But yeah, I grew up with those games, but I never can. Oh god, guys.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't
There's a new
stand a
bounty
chance.
as well now again. I'm never getting, like, honestly, at this point, I really believe that the 24-hour stream is just Final Fantasy. I'm still waiting for Half-Life 2 Episode 3. I mean, the SNES one should be 5 year new, I think. Same as a complete Nintendo, but yeah, for instance, and I was, oh my god, how many letters did I got? And I was never like, for instance, an Nintendo person. Like, I never grew up, like, I literally just grew up with Windows. I had no consoles or anything. We had a little bit of Nintendo, but we never got, like, when Pokemon and stuff released, I never played it either. Isn't there a collection for it on Steam? I always want to play all the Final Fantasy games, for example. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy is also something that completely just across a day. A new day. I'm not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town orange can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its crime. It takes effort, persistence, and more often than not, a stiff brush and bucket of lie. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace it or waste it. To embrace or waste it. A wise man once said, "The night is always darkest before dawn. It is a good thing then I count one who burns so bright amongst my friends." Oh, it's this one, yeah. Yes. Oh, fuck. I haven't read the message.
Joshua was worried about Jill.
Damn.
I should go and speak with him.
Yeah. Of course, we also speak to him. But can I read this again? Thank you. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction. Before we depart for the skies, I would speak on this more prayer in private. The wages of fate. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate, that while at fate, the fate of Osiris sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominance sits upon yours? But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have to protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted, what Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths? Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Aww. A fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there's still a lot of you have to learn about the hound of yours. He'd step in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you. But that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pet his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of cocoa nuts. It'd be good to remember that. Aww. The which conquers all. Here, not long removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try to find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph, where in the past we learned ever so heavily upon your good graces. This time we found strength elsewhere in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every fall Akash, bandit and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret, we will not falter, we will fight. We will. I never had a console too. The Pixel remasters are controversial. Yeah, started with Game Boy, played a handful on It's a SNES played out on Nintendo 64 and a GameCube, and well, World of Warcraft happened. I still got some GameCube games I always wanted to play, but never had the money back in the day. And then there's me with 12 TV consoles, 5 portable consoles, like game on my PC. Holy shit. But I'm getting back into the groove. I finished a lot this year in comparison to last. That's cool. Well, it's fair. I'm sorry. I was right. With what? That you're still here or that I'm still in the game? Mano, it's like literally 11 hours. Another thanks. My Lord Marquez, I write the thank you for the kind consideration you have shown for those whose names are written within the pages of the Book of Martyrs. I know that it would move them deeply to know that the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing. Now each of every member of our order stands ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix. I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone. That they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rosfield, such as yourself shall surely go some way to soothing their sorrows. May the Phoenix flames burn ever in your heart. Ah, I did it, guys. Alright, and now comes the talking to everyone. No. I don't know, I don't know where to start. I'm just gonna go into the first we're gonna see. Hi, Joshua.
Joshua.
The game, yeah.
I read your message.
Steam Deck helps a lot. It's a
Right.
backlogs destroy for all games. That's cool. That's really, really cool.
I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge
There's
in a
sometimes
grove of
those
oaks
sounds
before
in the game when you
even
talk
made
with
it halfway
people
there.
that
It was the
make
Lord
me
Commander who
so
finally found
nervous.
us, and needless
Like
to
right
say,
now, I hear on my
he
left
was
ear
none too
just like
pleased.
steps, and it's just
Then
like,
it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
where's that coming from?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm
Wait,
saying
how did this?
we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Yeah. I was also like for a moment like, wait, how did we came from like helping Jill to make her still feel wanted to chasing
Uncle.
bandits? Yeah, my internet died again for a brief moment there. Also me, Watermelon Girl. Let's think how I was into. Hey, Flush, how you do? Welcome to the stream.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Porter's
Welcome
Altar
to
as
my
we speak.
24-hour stream where I try to
They will
finish
await
3
your
games.
return
And
As will
not
one
even
other.
able to finish the first.
One other?
Welcome
Who
back, thank you,
exactly?
Bob.
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested
I have
a
returned
certain
once
Imperial
more,
Lord
yeah.
Magistrate.
Did you took a
turned
break from
liberator.
Twitch in general, or how come?
Co-conspirators? Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The
How you
more
do,
the
Fish?
merrier.
How's it going with you?
Uncle.
Yeah, hello to the start of the
Assuming Havel
24-hour
and
stream,
Quinton
no.
can solve
Also,
our
like,
problem with
if
the
I look
armies,
on my OBS, because
you
my
still haven't
OBS
mentioned
never
how
has
we might
really
manage the
stopped
grain
the streaming,
shortages.
it says 11 hours.
Oh,
So
don't you worry, my boy.
I want
seven
change
high
effect that
houses
my
will be
internet
seeing to that.
sometimes just
They have
gets a
all
hiccup and
agreed
dies.
to make the
So.
most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward
Yeah,
Rockwood
more or less.
from a
I mean, that's
horde of
fine.
bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
The bot is
Well,
actually dead.
the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a
There you go.
shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious
You're doing
old crone's purse
decently
strings
well.
finally
That's
loosened,
nice to hear.
they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Quest complete. Please. It shouldn't be long until you finish Final Fantasy 16. Maybe a few hours into the whole 24-hour stream for now. Oh God, we're now here.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are
I
still
will
overrun
never
with a
finish this
cache?
game.
You find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an
I will
ether
never
flood.
finish it.
That is, unless you'd have them turn as
I
well.
don't believe.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger
Why
than a
is this
band of curls.
camera?
My soldiers
Swap.
actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps
Well,
I might
that's fair.
suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends
Looks like
as
there's a lot of
yourselves
talking
need no
coming up.
help from the likes
Every
of me.
opportunity to get cheapy, that's true.
Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding. He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Flo, have you ever played the other different Final Fantasy?
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind
think
might weather the
Final
current
Fantasy
storm.
16 has a few flaws.
And to do that,
For once,
we must convince those in power, the generals,
the conversations
statesmen,
within the
nobles,
side quests and everything
that
just
our
takes too long.
cause
Too many
is
cutscenes.
just.
The fights
There will
are
be
okay
disagreements,
if you
yes.
get the fights, but I
And
feel
I
like the
imagine
fights
some
make
resistance
20% out of the game, and the rest is just talking
But
and
we cannot
cutscenes and
let that deter
watching.
us. If
So
we show
it's not
them the
my
path,
gist,
show
but I
them that
know
we walk it
other people do
ourselves,
like it as well. But
then
like
I'm
for me, it's just
confident
like
they will follow.
I just at
of
this
the
point I
world
just want to get it done,
lies in my nephew's
and I feel like the
hands,
game is actively
but the
working against me
well-being
to
of
get
her
to
people
finish it.
lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Like I play
Byron,
11 hours for
Now, with that settled,
16%.
let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony?
And personally, I literally thought I need like 6 hours today.
Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
I've like 15, more than I could count. I'm still working on 10 and
Well,
6.
my boy, the stage
I
is
also
set.
played 15. I loved
it is.
15.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you
And I will
trust
say
in the
15
talents
was
of your
way better
supporting
than this.
cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities.
Such a long game and not a single
that
new
you
recipe
might have the
received.
opportunity
Actually
to
true.
shine. The realm
Or made
needs
photos
its
or anything,
Crandall,
right?
and there is no better Crandall than
Yeah,
you.
it's lacking so much
Clive,
personality in
I
love.
want you to keep this signed accord
It's just talking. Just talking.
as proof of
on.
our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
And out of World of Final Fantasy, although I've never beaten the final boss, what is World of Final Fantasy?
What do you think that thing is? And how the hell is Sid gonna deal with that?
Hey, we got one quest done again. And there are still a few to go.
You should have seen.
Let's just hope for the best.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes,
Welcome back.
welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly
It's
did
Pokemon
not.
meets all the Final Fantasies from 1 to 15. Ooh. Yeah, sure, he deserves passing.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true.
Can strongly
And this
recommend.
time he was found wanting.
But you played on the
That's at
phone or
least your
where?
second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
But like, Floosh, this is
Forgive
what
me,
you
Sid.
see right now. This is
This
like the core gameplay of the
Did not
game.
play as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Unless you probably just go straight for the main quest. A new quest is available? Oh my god.
Vivian.
I'm just
found
gonna
it.
eat all the violas
you
out of
lost.
frustration now.
You found it. Thank you, Clive.
You're welcome.
Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I fear the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
That's true.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather.
Oh,
She
this
was
looks
a
actually
heretic,
really,
you
really
see.
cute. Floosh.
A firebrand
Oh,
and
wow.
a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would
I
be
think
more than worth the
after this
cost.
game,
Do you still
I
feel
truly
that way?
need a very long break from Final Fantasy.
You're not one of us.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore.
But it looks really cute.
Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat...
It's my top 5 games of all the games I've
clouded.
ever played. That's
Perhaps
nice.
the result of
That's
studying
really, really nice.
mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
But now, let the talking begin. Already on it. Wally also just received another new side quest. At least we get all the collective. I feel so cheated from the game, really. Like, just to toss so many side quests
Mid.
into your way once you
Tell
in
me
front
this is
of
all
the
you
last
need.
mission. Not even 4 hours until I'm out of the house. Oh shit. Wally, get some sleep.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0
And
and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one, though that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Of course, this mission is not over yet with Mid. If you ever stream World of Final Fantasy, let me know. I'll join you every single time I'm free. Alright.
Not exactly.
But I don't think this is going to be on my radar for now.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid.
Yes.
Did you by any chance recover the
I had a
names
2.5
of my
hour nap
fallen
around
friends?
12 and 2 hour nap
I
this
did.
evening should be fine. Alright.
Yes.
I'm awake since 10. yesterday.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces.
COVID taking its toll. I got those shutdowns after it, and they got worse now after a second.
Never to return.
But I also have a friend of mine who has, since she had COVID, she has gotten those allergies, and the medicine she needs to keep the allergies in check, just also making her so freaking tired. It's really incredible how shitty the COVID after effect for some people are.
That way at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering.
If there's still a Valisthea after we're done with Ultima. If we're ever done with Ultima. I wonder if I got COVID after Christmas party. Do you have COVID now?
Records would have been buried for all eternity. Were it not for you. Thank you.
Now the quest complete, guys. Oh yeah. Don't know. For now I'm fine. Well, I hope, of course, for you that you don't have COVID. Anything. But I know what you mean. Like, after Gamescom, I'm certain, like, because we don't... In Denmark, it's like... No one cares about COVID in a sense anymore. So it's like... It's just... If you get COVID, it's like... Like, you have a cold. Of course, like, you should keep your distance and yada yada. But, like, no one is making a big fuss out of it. And I think also after Gamescom, I probably also had COVID again, but it was just like, whatever.
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one.
No one cares in
one that might
Germany,
fit on,
and the numbers
say,
are super high again.
A set of scales.
I wouldn't even know what the numbers are in Denmark. But we're also not that many people in comparison to Germany.
It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find.
Sweet.
All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
But also scary that you always have leftovers from stuff you disassemble and reassemble. I found it.
Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Let's hope it's the right cogwheel. I'm gonna cry if it's not.
Well, did they have it?
I guess.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see.
Alright. You do you. Quest complete? No.
That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
Mid language.
Wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly.
Boat.
Wouldn't be
No,
much
it's
of
an
an airship if
airship.
it didn't.
That's why it's called airship. Flush.
Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without.
An airboat.
Show folk how to
Fair,
take
fair,
flight.
fair, fair.
It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out.
But then she still makes it possible for
I can
evil
picture it
people
now.
to use it for war.
Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
This is so... I mean, I get a point because you don't want to have, like, invent stuff that then is probably, like, used for war and makes people die and stuff. Like, but even, like, the boat she has is, like, already a war machine.
Of
When
course,
security,
if I'm putting this engine at the end
security
of a
is never a
treasure
good
hunt,
idea to secure.
I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for.
It's really, yeah.
Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all.
It's like, oh, I will hide the schematics, but, like, you still
dad
don't
always
know
said,
what the person wants to
"Dream
do with
big."
it.
But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
But I guess it just shouldn't work for the final mission that she could build an airship or whatsoever. Model airship. Man, I want to see everything standing ready in the hallway. Oh my god, it's 2 more missions! And a hunt.
Has Midadol
I really
mentioned
thought
any
like the
projects
quest
yet?
we had was all the quests we had. If that makes it. The quests we had were the remaining quests, and now since we finished a few more quests, there's just more quests popping up. You know? It's very... Politics simulator, yeah. Oh. Is that another S tier dude? An A tier dude? Oh my god. Okay, Garnic. I'm too stubborn to just say like, oh well, let me just do the side quest by now. Okay, so Valuda army is such a beast and try to... But this particular specimen training has long since ceased. Whether it captors turned Akashic with the rest of their comrades. You know what? I will do the only thing that I will do, because I hate those S ranks like, oh, you have to look for them. I just gonna look where it is. Okay. It's very obvious where it is. Penance Gate. And then, oh, we actually have 2 quests in Sunbreak, like 2 hunts. Wait, but I just have written 3. Oh yeah, because we have the right one googled. Googled. Alright, yeah, let me just take the next side quest and hope I just can at some point at all start with the main, like, before my 24 hours stream finish to start with the next. Of course, like, there's still the mission of God. I like how Kevin was like, oh, maybe those missions are just like missions where you have to talk with the characters, but it's more than that. It's literally like doing the special favor quest. I will read back, need some more snacks, do that.
Coming soon, and
do that.
I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Ed is due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Yes. I love that he didn't ask me any question, but I just say yes.
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
Luck.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's not lucky in all the realm, or so
Can
we
we
used to say
just
back
pluck the
home
feather
anyway.
from Ambrosia at this
They're
point,
hard to
then?
come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That, or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're
Welcome
a good
back,
friend,
Flus.
Clive. I won't forget this.
Hey. Please be just one side quest. Please be just one side quest. Please be just one side. Yes, making amends. Master Clive, I'm aware that there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might be. Oh, but Francillon.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Yeah, me too. And then we have still more letters to read. Do we not? No, we do not. But we could have a look-see on this one, because this one is getting packed, guys. We have the wild signboard. We have the Briar's kissing board. The clay signboard. The helmet. The airship. The Triumph Accords, the Scholar Bonnet. It's actually a little bit funny how all of a sudden all this thing just gets so full and so cramped. Because I was like actually wondering before I just started to do all the side quests, where the heck was the stuff to use for that? And yeah. Very peculiar.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
I hope
Then
this
I
is
should
like the
begin
last
by
4
telling you
bounties
that
I
I
have
was
to do.
once his tutor.
Oh, I also wanted
This
to
was
check
some years ago, of course,
if I can upgrade the sword
before
now.
I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. His studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words
I think you
of
should
greeting.
just go for it, honestly.
Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guild weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship.
Aww.
The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
That's very hard on yourself.
I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail.
Why do you need a
Apothecaries across the
wyvern
ages
tail?
agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and
Oh, it's
fraudsters
a
all,
flower,
of course.
okay. I thought it was
But there
actually
is oft a
of
seed
a
of truth
wyvern.
to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Maybe it's the flower that only sprouts from a severed wyvern tail. That could be, like, that would be a little bit cool, honestly, not gonna lie. Okay, how much more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We just found like 1, apparently. I forgot about that already. We could just go to the reputation lady and then we can go out to find all the bounties and do the 3 new quests we've gotten. I swear to God, like, when we came to the hideaway again, like an hour or something ago, or like half an hour ago, it was just like, yes, just turn everything in, cool, and be done, and then we finally can do the main quest, but...
How may I help you today, Clive?
I guess, didn't expect that. Oh, we're super close to this. Nice.
Here you are.
Genji gloves.
Come again. I may have more for you.
What are the Genji gloves doing? Increase damage dealt to enemies by 5%. And cooldown time. We have so many. Increase line height, tonic, duration. Just gonna leave it as it is. Increase limit break generation amount. What is this? Increase the will damage of magic. Oh yeah, we could exchange those. All right, into the open world again for more shenanigans. How about that? We have one mission in Valut, and we have one boss in Valut. We have actually 2 bosses in Valut, so let's just go there first. We also have to find the word, like the area that is called Garnic here. Great Southern Gate. Oh yeah, okay, so both bosses are actually perfect. They're super close to each other. That's kind of nice. That is kind of nice. Shenanigans beget shenanigans. Yeah. But I don't know. Honestly, I feel like since the last 3 hours, I just tried to wrap the game up so I can start the last mission. And it's just like, here, take another side quest. Here, take another side quest. Here, take another 4 bounties. Here, take another side quest. Just like, hello? What is happening here? It's the Angry Gap again. Where am I running through? Oh, we have to go with the Angry Gap. Okay.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I really didn't expect the game to be that long lasting in the very end. Which I guess can also mean something positively. I think I just would have liked that the quest would just spread a little bit more around. Oh, come on. Ambrosia. Come on. Good job.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
And a wyvern. Ah, frick, I forgot to check on the sword. I even wrote it down if I can upgrade the sword, because I always forget to check stuff like this. I should learn to dodge again. Holy shit, what's happening? Why am I killing myself all the way back there? And what is this over there? Stop moving around and just stop. Wait, is that... Oh yeah, there was the one bird that I accidentally hit. However I did that.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough.
Cool. So we got that mission, and then we go up here. And then we do 2 boss fights. And then... I don't know. We either go to Sandbreak and... Hey. This is literally the 3rd behemoth I have to do in Valut. Could I also like... Maybe spread a little bit, but I guess it's just the huge ass monster you can go against, so might also just do it in the end. Be a Moth King, of course! Yeah.
Another royalist guard dogs. Quite a specimen in this too.
God, boy. I just try not to go too much on it. I don't know. Can I go away from this? Oh god,
We're all ready.
what the fuck, seriously? Excuse me?
Nice try.
I mean, it's the Behemoth King, right? So what did I expect? Easy fight. It's also like one of the bosses that is for the very long time at my level. And I'm scared! And I'm pumping potions in like...
Nice try.
Fushigimi, do you think that your modern techniques could breed a chocobo with rarities like ostriches? That would be cool, honestly. But at the same time, I don't think we should do something like this. It just doesn't sound... I think... It just doesn't sound really naturally, so I wouldn't think this is a good idea in general. Makes sense. Check.
Nice try.
I'm just dodging everything. Or not. Oh, not Maelstrom again. Like seriously, I don't get what's happening.
Nice try.
Okay, Maelstrom just means like go away. Go away and go far. Honestly, I just got dodge actively in it, so I just have like the momentum. I never asked for shoot. No, that is true. But at the same time, I wouldn't even know how much we can. I never actually know how far. How far we are with like doing stuff like this, that like with crossbreeding and stuff. That guy is supposed to. But I mean, I guess you would just like to augmentate like an ostrich, right? Because basically what is the chocobo? It has a different beak in comparison to... Like in comparison to can't talk and fight this thing. Please kill that one. Come on. Come on. Seriously. Oh god. Oh god. I tried to do the Giga Flare and I just panic clicked through all my spells and not doing anything. But we did it! Was a tough fight, not gonna lie. Was a fun fight as well. Was a really, really fun fight. But also, holy shit, tough fight. We have 4 potions and we go into the next fight now. That should be here then. No, but like if you think about like the Chocobo is relatively
Come on.
and they're just giving like a little bit stronger. No, not even like maybe stronger legs, because I think the legs are very similar to how an ostrich is, and then you just need to have a different beak, kinda, right? And then you could, I would guess like the main difference is maybe the beak and then maybe just the eyes, but I think you can also just have the eyes like they are. Hello. Oh shit. That looks beautiful. That looks like, but we haven't fought against one of those for quite a while.
Its madness lives on.
Hollow bones are not very hard. That's true. But I would also think that probably chocobos also still have hollow bones. Wait, can chocobos fly? Do you know that? Like, it's not like that the bird, like, I mean, yes, hollow bones are not that strong, but in the same time, like, birds need to have the hollow bones. They can do a chicken glide, but not fly everything. But don't you think, like, chickens also have, like, hollow bones? And don't you feel like this is a huge disadvantage, because it, like, it makes them also then possible to glide, right? So if you would swap the bones to very thick bones, then that would just be like made the chocobos in real life not glide anymore. Just gonna walk with this. Ow. Ow. Yeah, but I would also assume that chocobos can do that. I'm not quite sure how strong the bones of an ostrich is when it comes to but like prolonged riding. But like people can ride on ostriches, right? I mean, of course there's probably like a weight cap. But theoretically, or am I just completely stupid right now? Or maybe children can ride on ostriches. So that was all the bosses in Valut and the side quest in Valut. Nice.
Rest in peace.
On to the next one. So we have stuff in some wreck that we have to find. Oh, we do the side quests here. I can't decide.